Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is your friend, your brother in the struggle, Ruben, coming at you. Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, before you criticize me for wearing these glasses, which I have explained previously, I would explain it again. No matter which angle of this room, no matter which angle of this room that I put myself in, this is my praying room, by the way. This is the room that I use to pray to God. All right. No matter which part of the room I use, the light, the reflection of the light bothers me. So these sunglasses is not just to, it's not to look cool, whatever. All right. Just want to get that out there clear. Because this is my first time, my first video of this new channel that I got for you on this new channel, because YouTube decided to take away my last channel, which had 688 video. And they just took it off with no reasons whatsoever. I know the reason why they took it down. But they would not write me an email to explain to me, even though I have appealed this decision twice. But it's okay. Here we are again, and I'm here to first of all say my condolences to all the brothers and sisters out there, the people that suffered the death of their loved ones in El Paso, with 22 people dead and many more wounded. The same in Ohio yesterday, where 9 people died and 42 wounded. It is unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. My condolences to you all. I will have you in my prayer, in this very praying room that I have. Now that's hopefully you will understand where I'm coming from. This video is made out of love to everybody. In fact, I usually make the videos in Spanish, okay? But I also make them in English as well. And by the way, let me just say something quickly in Spanish. Para aquellos que le llega este video en inglés, estoy haciendo este video en inglés, pero esta misma versión lo voy a hacer en español tal vez mañana, después que venga de mi trabajo. All right, here we go. So, hopefully you won't have a different of opinion what I'm about to say here. The reason my question to you is, are you ready for the truth? Can you handle the truth? I'm only here to offer you the truth and nothing but the truth. I hope you're not on the blue pill. I hope you are on the red pill, as Larry Fishburne said on that movie, The Matrix. And by the way, you know, it is a small world after all. Larry Fishburne went to the very same junior high school that I went to back in Brooklyn, New York. ISS 88 in Park Slope, Brooklyn, which is where I grew up. But anyway, here we go. The evil spirits, the spirit of evil are hard at work in the United States of America exponentially. And the root cause of it can no longer be denied or ignored. If the United States chooses to ignore it, it will be totally destroyed, as with any disease or any malice. It must be treated. It must be treated from the get-go. It must be treated when the first symptoms appears. Otherwise, it will be too late for the U.S. of A. As a matter of fact, it is too late for America. For America has sold her soul and destiny to the devil. Believe it or not. The devil is in too deep in America's vagina and spirit. It is too entrenched for evil to be taken away from its midst. In fact, America is the second beast spoken of and written of in Revelation, Apocalypse, chapter 13, from verse 11 to 18. Read it if you don't believe me. And then after you do that, you go to Revelation chapter 17, which speaks of the first beast, which is the Roman Catholic Church. Okay? You can take it or leave it. I'm not interested in convincing minds here. I'm interested in you convincing yourselves by you doing your own research, your own studies, and come out of this blindness. Okay? Out of this blindness and out of this ignorance that have totally blinded our reasoning. The devil is too deep in Americans' vagina and spirit. It is too entrenched in America. In fact, America is the second beast spoken of in Revelation chapter 13, verse 11 through 18. And the evidence as well as the results are abound all around us. And we choose to ignore them or explain them away. And they are as follow. America has committed great sins. And I'm not talking about just wars like the wars that it did in Iraq. I'm not just talking about the war in Vietnam. No. I'm talking about going against nature by every means necessary. And you know what I'm talking about when I say going against nature. When you go against nature, you agreeing with the devil and death itself. You must stop constantly play God around the world. 3, America must stop poisoning its own citizens with vaccines and the saturated, polluted water that its citizens drinks with this, what they call it, fluoride. Fluoride is made out of rat poisoning. Stop poisoning your own people. I live in America, but as a soldier of God, have the wisdom to fight off all of this. I mean, because this is a constant battle, ladies and gentlemen. You have to be careful what you eat, what you drink. I mean, it's unbelievable. Here we go. 4, America must stop supporting the killing of babies through abortion and infanticide. 5, it supports religions in the name of freedom. Let me just tell you a little bit about the infanticide, which have been approved in the state of New York, which is where I grew up, which is the reason I'm so glad that I'm out of New York, ladies and gentlemen, because New York will be the first state to be worked on when everything goes down. New York will be this. In fact, it is ironic that after going through 9/11, okay, and I've spoken about 9/11, all right, that building was destroyed by a miniature nuclear weapon, which is underneath, which is called Ground Zero. In fact, the first word of Ground Zero came when the first atomic bomb was tested. But now, since its masses are being worked on and conditioned and lied to, what do we say to the people? Oh, Ground Zero is a place where the Twin Towers went down. Ladies and gentlemen, see, America has sold her soul to the devil. It is too late for America. Here we go. In New York, it is ironic that after losing almost 3,000 of its citizens, ladies and gentlemen, they have craziness of supporting infanticide. What, don't they get tired of killing? I've seen death around us. Well, since New York has done that, God has something prepared for New York so nice. All right? And it is coming. All right? Here we go. 6. America must stop ignoring its most vulnerable and the weak. It has conditioned its masses to depend on it. In the book of John, King James Version, in the Bible, chapter 8, verse 32, it clearly defines the true meaning of what freedom is, of what freedom is and what is not. Jesus Christ, whose real name is Yahushua, said the following, "And you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free." This is what freedom really is. Not the liberty to do whatever you want to do, but it is what God says that goes, not what you want. Because you see, that has been the problem throughout human history. We have been doing our own thing. In fact, when we first sinned, we ran with it. We ran with the devil, and ever since we have been doing all kinds of evil in the eyes of God. I mean, look what America did to its own, to Native Americans. Okay, look what the European did to the Native Americans. America owes that as well. All right? American owes a lot. In fact, there's an old Spanish saying that it says, "El que la debe, la teme," which means, if you know you did something, all right, and you know that you owe something that you did in the past, you are afraid of it. So you owe it, you must own it. You owe it, and you're afraid. Those who owe it are afraid. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's exactly what America is at right now. So, from Chicago to California to Los Angeles Skid Rows to Atlanta to Florida, from New Orleans to Houston, from Alabama to New York, from Ohio to Detroit, America is destroying itself from within. It is eating itself from within. But then again, isn't that the nature of a beast? Isn't that what the giants did in the days of Noah? And isn't what exactly what America is doing? All right? It is destroying itself from within. And what do politicians do? Depending on who's in the White House as the president of the United States, of course, blame the president. And this is exactly what the evil Democrats are doing, blaming Donald Trump. Ladies and gentlemen, when you lose everything, when you don't have nothing to stand for, you are subject to anything. So the Democrats don't stand for anything. So they are open for anything, and the devil is playing them. I mean, this lady from this senator, I forgot her name, who's running for president, whatever her name, from Minnesota. She's blaming the president. Oh, the atmosphere that the president, nah, ladies and gentlemen, nah. You mean if there were look how illogical this is. You mean to tell me that if Donald Trump was not in the power, something like this couldn't go down? Hello, lady, he has always goes down. He has always gone down. Where you been at? Wake up and stop playing politics. But then again, politicians don't have any dignity. In fact, the fact that a woman, you got all this lady running for president at the United States in the name of freedom, says it all. This whole system says that they are always what? Exalting the ladies. Okay? You know why this is? Because they love doing the opposite of what God says. That the woman must learn in silence and be by her man. In fact, let me read you something that says how a family should be. Let me see, 17, almost out of time, but it's okay, hold on. Okay, Colossians chapter 3, verse 18, it says, wives, submit yourself unto your own husband as it is fit in the Lord. 19, husbands, love your wives and be not bitter against them. 20, children, obey your parents in all things, for this is what pleasing unto the Lord. Verse 21. Fathers, provoke not your children to anger, lest they be discouraged. 22. Servants. Now, let me just say something to you right now. When a woman submits unto her man, and the man does evil to this woman and exploits her weakness and see her as some toy, as some sex toy, and mistreat her, the woman should leave this man, and God will deal with this man. Okay? That is exactly what must happen. Because as the Bible clearly tells you here, it tells you that as it is fit in the Lord, which means that our family must obey these 10 commandments behind me. Pray to the Creator. Keep that positive energy within the household. And encourage each other. And men, help and love your wife, even with your own lives. Okay? Now, in the beginning, when we sin for the first time, see, and that's another thing, ladies and gentlemen. America must stop teaching the theory of evolution and must come to grasp with the reality that there's only one creator. There's one creator that is the and understand the very purpose of life. God created man and woman in the beginning. And the first order was to say to them, multiply, because the very purpose of life is for the human physical family to multiply. That was the whole purpose of life, and to live forever on this planet. But we had to screw it up by following the devil, which we have been doing ever since, and are doing right now in the very last day even more. Just like the days of Noah and the day of Sodom and Gomorrah, so shall these days be, says the Bible. You understand? Another thing that I want you to wake up to the fact that Epstein will not do any time would not do any hard time in jail. He would not do any time in jail, ladies and gentlemen. For the people that control America are very evil. What did I say? The devil is in too deep into America's vagina. It is too entrenched for anybody to remove it. America must wake up, and then God will remove the devil from its midst. Until then, American is doomed. American will be destroyed. American is known in the Bible as the New Egypt. Another thing, ladies and gentlemen, the reason we see all this gang banging is because the guns that have been freely given in the ghettos. I will send you a link with a video with a young man that explains. I mean, these people don't have jobs, but they got guns. How do you explain that? And you got kids killing each other because there's no spiritual direction. They don't know who they are. They don't know the history that we are the true Israelites, the brown people, and then came the black people. The color of the black people's skin, it is whether, and I'm going to prove it to you in another video, because this one is about to end. Biblically, I'm going to prove to you that the black color was a punishment. Because remember, black people came from the tribe of Judah, and the blackness on their skin was actually a punishment. It's all over the Bible. In the Old Testament, I would prove it to you. In the meantime, okay, I wish you all the best. May God bless you, and may God bless America, and hopefully we can wake up and come around, okay? Because we know the people that are in charge. Another thing, ladies and gentlemen, is so sad. It breaks my heart when I see people dying to vote. When your vote don't count. The leaders are put there. Donald Trump was put in power. Donald Trump is getting America better before America is destroyed. Before somebody that's about to die really dies, it gets better. Have you noticed that? where America is getting better, and it is better, only to be destroyed totally. Okay? And the people that control America know this very well. And all this shooting that's going on, ladies and gentlemen, believe me when I tell you, they enjoy this. It's just a sacrifice to their God, Satan. Don't believe me. Please don't believe me. Do your research. I beg of you, do not believe me. Okay? Do your research on what I just told you about, that your vote don't count, and see how evil America has become, disobeying God in all sense of the word. Okay? Please. Okay? Once again, my condolences to all, because at the end of the day, we are all brothers and sisters in creation. I don't care which country or what color of your skin. We are all brothers and sisters in creation. And I love you all, even though you may hate me after what I just said. But the truth the truth goes to 3 stages: denial and ridicule, and then violently oppose, and then at the end, accept it for what it is. Okay? The truth stands by itself. It cannot be changed. So there it goes. And they shall know the truth, and the truth shall make them free. So that's what I'm here to give you. The same thing with all the subjects. Okay? The truth is about everything. Do not get yourself into arguing with people, like for instance, flat earth. Forget about flat earth. You can say it once, don't try to convince people that the earth is flat. Because people are living under this new created reality that has been created by the evil spirits, by the demons, that the Creator himself said that he was going to let loose even more in the last days. And they are at work. From the drug trafficking in Mexico, we all know who brings the drugs into Mexico. Come on. We all know. I've been saying that for years. I mean, look at Fast and Furious, America. Because remember, the Hegelian dialectic, they create a problem, they wait for reaction, and then they bring you their solutions. Ladies and gentlemen, let us wake up. I must cut this video short, but may God bless you. And I will pray for you all, really, because this channel is about love. It's about helping people with this knowledge. And I don't ask of you for any penny out of you. If you choose to to help me, that's on you. I don't ask you for any penny. This video are not monetized. No company would support this. Because again, what did I just say? The world is living in a different reality, worshiping the sun. People are not interested in the truth. The truth, it doesn't give you any money. Lies. Don't believe me? Well, look at the politicians. Look at the religious leaders. Religions have been the most lethal force in the human race. The creation of religions was inspired by the demons, and he has separated. The paradigm of religions is the same as paradigm of politics. That's why I don't get involved in none of them. God bless you. And there's more to come.